would just give a quick update on how the babies are doing and Lovey and everything that's going on. If you have been watching my channel for the last 2 weeks, you know exactly 2.5 weeks ago, it was a Saturday, Lovey unexpectedly kidded. That day I had to run into town real quick to get them hay. They were out. And so I didn't observe her very closely that morning. Just did my chores and got breakfast and everything. Well, in the afternoon when I went out to put the hay, early afternoon, she had kidded. I almost missed it, but walking back, where I was actually second time through trying to find some baling wire or it was a miracle that I even discovered the kids at all. When I found them, they were both beyond filthy. I told the whole story in a video a few weeks ago about what happened. And I mean, they hadn't been cleaned. They were just, it was bad. I thought they were dead. But when I picked them up, they both cried, so I knew they were alive. Brought them in, managed to get them cleaned up, managed to get them saved, and as you can see how they're doing today. Lovey still will not accept them. She wants nothing to do with them. And, you know, that's just the way it is. So I'm stuck with 2 bottle babies. I have tried finding homes, especially for this one, the girl. And unfortunately, Facebook, which has always been a go-to for me, won't allow animal sales anymore. And I've really struggled. I cannot find anybody. I have done everything I can think to do. And when you can't get the message out, it's hard. But I've been telling everybody that I can think of to tell, and so far nothing. But what I really wanted to talk about was hypothermia. When I found these 2, I'm assuming that I grabbed one kid. After bathing and everything, I grabbed a kid and took a temperature. And it said low. And I was like, oh, that's bad. And immediately started trying, you know, they had gotten somewhat clean, but they were so bad, I actually gave them 2 baths in warm water, because warm water will help raise the temperature. And after I gave them their second bath and had them pretty much as dried off as I could with that first initial dry off, I'm assuming I grabbed him again and it still said low. Grabbed a second thermometer in case the first one was malfunctioning. It said low. So I, you know, did what I could to try to improve their, you know, get them warmed up. Well, after a few minutes, I decided to take not just one kid's temperature, but both. And I think hers was like 92.6, or I can't remember now what it was. But it was low, but it was readable. Or maybe it was much higher and he was 92.6. I really don't remember anymore. So I continued working, and eventually her temperature came up. I think it was 100.5. They have to be at least 100, or the rumens won't work, and feeding them can actually kill them. Once they hit 100, though, you can feed them. So soon, and by this time, I had tried to come out and milk Lovey, and she was fighting me and really not nothing was coming out. Got very, very little. So I ran back into the house and started thawing colostrum out. And so as soon as I got 100 point whatever temperature of this girl, gave her a little bit of colostrum. He was still very low, but eventually I got him up to 100 and gave him some of the colostrum. And he was a struggle from the very beginning, and he has continued to be a struggle. He's doing a lot better. He's actually consuming food much better, not coughing constantly, not, at first, I mean, I checked him a good 3 or 4 times to make sure he didn't have a cleft palate because he kept getting milk up his nose and just having signs that, I mean, he really wasn't, I mean, getting any food down him at the first few days was really a struggle. But he has continued to have problems, and it's, now I did give him selenium just in case that was an issue, but I couldn't tell that it really helped all that much, if at all. And talking to other people confirmed my suspicions that he's been permanently damaged by hypothermia, that he got so low that his muscles were damaged, his internal organs are probably damaged. I've never had a kid pee on me like this one does. It's like I've come to the point where I don't want him on my lap because you give him milk and it just seems to come out the other end and I get peed on all the time. It just kind of flows out of him. Usually when I pick up kids, they don't pee. I get peed on. I can get him to stand a little bit, but he falls down and he lays in this very strange, this is not a normal, you know, having your arms and legs out like this, that's not normal way kids lay. And he does scoot. I have seen him scooting around, but that's about it. He does not walk. He cannot stand. I can pick him up. You get over here. See, I can pick him up, and he kind of stands, but then he just falls down. He just doesn't have the strength. I tried to do physical therapy on him and stuff, and you know, there's a 4x4 over there that I put him on with a towel over it, and he does get off of it. So he has enough strength to get off of it, and I've seen him scooting around the other day. A cold front came through, and it was fine in the morning when I came out here, so I left them out here. I knew it was going to get cold. What was this, Monday? I'd left them out here all Sunday night because it was in the 50s all night long. And it was nice in the morning when I came out and fed everybody. But then I guess the cold front came through earlier than I thought it was going to. And it got foggy, cold, wind chill. Who knows what the wind chill was. It was miserable. And I could hear him from the house crying. So I came out here and I could see him scooting. He, you know, she was over here with the windbreak. He, on the other hand, not being able to walk, couldn't. So today it's nice, but they spent let's see, today is Wednesday, so they spent most of Monday, all of Tuesday, and up until this morning in the house. So, you know, hypothermia is pretty bad. It's totally disabled him. I don't believe he's ever going to be able to walk. A lot of people would just say, put him down right now. I haven't weighed him. I'm probably going to do that in the near future. I've got right over here the thing to weigh a baby goat. Just got to get the scale. It's a hanging scale. If I can get him to a decent weight, he will be butchered for barbecue, or something of that nature. I've never cooked goat before, never ate goat, but a lot of people around here have. You know, if I put him down now, it seems like just a waste. if I can get him to, even if it's a little underweight for a good barbecue, you know, a lot of meat, at least his life has some meaning. But at the same time, I don't want him to suffer too much. So, you know, I'm playing it day by day. He has improved. Move over. You know, he seems to be getting stronger. He does scoot around. He's eating better. So because of that, I haven't put him down. But we'll see. He's not going to make it to adulthood. I can guarantee you that. He will not make it to adulthood. You've already eaten. You don't need no more food. So hypothermia, here's an example of hypothermia damage. And what's sad is it was not a cold day. Thinking it was in the 70s when I found him. If he had been cleaned off. Sadly, Sarah didn't even, I guess she was sleeping and didn't even know that Lovey had kidded. Because she would have cleaned, she'll clean kids off if allowed. But I actually saw her leave the milking stall area and come to me. And so she had been asleep and wasn't aware. No idea how long the kids were out there after being born before I found them. Maybe if I'd gone out there earlier, I would have found them and this would not have happened. You know, there's a lot of what ifs, but this is what it is. It's a sad situation that Lovey did not clean her babies off. You know, she's a first-time mother, and I guess it just freaked her out too much or whatever. I don't know. But that's all. I just wanted to give you an update and to talk about, you know, the effects of hypothermia. That, you know, I really think his urinary tract system is damaged, and who knows what else may be damaged. And, you know, there's always a possibility he'll just die, that he'll have some kind of organ failure or something and just die on me before I get him to a decent weight. But if he does get to that weight, you know, to a halfway decent weight, then you know, we can have cabrito, which is what baby goat meat is called in Texas. So, this is life. Sadly, it's life. And if anybody wants a cute baby goat, she's available. Don't you want a cute baby goat? Don't you want a cute baby goat? Yeah. So, even if you want to work with him and maybe have cabrito yourself, I'm really not into bottle feeding all these babies and stuff. Wasn't my intentions, but that's life. So, I hope you have a nice day, and now you know what can happen to a kid who gets hypothermia. It's bad. It can be pretty bad. So, you take care, and thank you for listening, and may God bless you.